Welcome to episode 177 of EDH Commander Challenge. I'm your host, BT. This week I'm going to get a rematch of sorts with Jimmy after his questionable yet epic win last week. But before we begin, it's time for my big announcement. Despite the project being slowed down due to the pandemic, I am proud to announce that filming for the long-awaited Vintage/Legacy series that we've named Vintage Vigilance is back on. Once filming is wrapped for our debut episode, which should be done by the end of the month, I will announce when the series premiere will air. So stay tuned for the series that will see the legendary Black Lotus played for the first time ever on our channel. But for now, let's jump into those opening hands. First, in this corner, with an opening hand of a Plains, 2 Swamps, Soren Markov, Angel of Destiny, Gilded Lotus, Drana's Emissary, and his Orzhov-style general Liesa, Shroud of Dusk. He is yours truly, the host, BT. Next, in this corner, with an opening hand of an Island, Swamp, Sword of the Meek, Solemn Simulacrum, Platinum Angel, Estrid's Invocation, Dr. Foundry, and his Esper-style general Alela, Artful Provocateur. He is the unpredictable Jimmy. Jimmy won the dice with to start us off, so let's begin this rematch-style card fight. For our first turns, Jimmy plays an Island, while I play a Swamp. Jimmy plays a Swamp and casts Dr. Foundry, while I play a Plains. Jimmy plays a Plains, while I play a Swamp and cast Drana's Emissary. Jimmy seems to be mana short here, but it doesn't stop him from casting Prison Realm, which he uses to exile my Emissary and then scry 1, bottoming the card before passing. For my turn, I play a Plains and sadly have to pass. Jimmy plays Command Tower and casts his general, Alela, after which he passes. Before the end step, I cast Swords to Plowshares and exile Alela as Jimmy gains 2 life. For my turn, I play a Swamp and cast Gilded Lotus and pass. Jimmy starts his turn by casting the sad robot himself, Solemn Simulacrum. He uses its ETB to grab a basic from his deck into play tapped, and passes. Before his end step, I cast Vampiric Tutor, paying 2 life and tutoring a card to the top of my deck. For my turn, I cast the very card I tutored for, Bolus's Citadel, to get some value from my deck. I pay 0 life to play the Command Tower off the top of my deck, and pass. For Jimmy's turn, he casts Sword of the Meek, which is a combo with his Foundry, which can make him a lot of Thopters and gain a lot of life if he manages to get an infinite mana enabler, which pretty much has me in panic mode right now. He then sacks his Sword of the Foundry to make a 1/1 Thopter token. This also brings the sword back to play and equipped to his new creature. Plus he also gains a life. Then he sacks his Solemn to his Foundry to draw a card, gain a life, and make another Thopter token before passing. For my turn, off the top of my deck, I pay 0 life to play Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. Then I pay 4 life to cast Return to Dust. targeting Jimmy's Realm and Foundry, thanks to my Citadel. In response, Jimmy sacks the Foundry to itself to gain a life and make another Thopter token. And now that his Realm is gone, my Emissary is back in play. Then I cast Soren Markov. I use its +2 effect to deal 2 damage to one of Jimmy's Thopters, killing it, and I gain 2 life. Then I use Nykthos for 7 black mana to help me cast Exquisite Blood. And then I Plane Cycle my Eternal Dragon, allowing me to add Scrubland from my deck to my hand. Next I pay 4 life off my Citadel to cast Nivenrul's Disc from the top of my deck. Then I pay another 6 life to cast Sun Titan off my Citadel, but sadly I have no cards to gain from it in my graveyard off its ETB. Then I pay 1 life to cast Soul Ring off my Citadel before finally passing the turn. For Jimmy's turn, he taps 3 artifacts towards the improvised cost to help him cast Reverse Engineer, which lets him draw 3 new cards. Then he plays an untapped Watery Grave, taking 2 damage, and due to the effect of my Exquisite Blood, I gain 2 life. Next, Jimmy casts Beseech the Queen for 6, allowing him to add Reconnaissance from his deck to his hand, which he then casts. But he does make a misplay here and untaps his creatures with it, which I'm pretty sure doesn't work, since he only tapped his creatures towards casting a spell and did not attack me with them. Hopefully this won't cause me another loss, but then Jimmy passes. During my upkeep, my Drana Emissary drain lives Jimmy for 1, but then I gain an extra life thanks to my Blood card. Then I play a Swamp and cast Shadow Spear, paying 1 life via my Citadel. Then I pay 4 more life to cast Core Cartographer via the Citadel. With its ETB, I hit a Plains land from my deck into play tapped. Then I use Soren's +2 effect and hit another Thopter token for 2 damage, destroying it, and I gain 2 life. Next I equip my Spear to my Emissary. Jimmy then realizes his mistake and knows his remaining token is tapped, and thus he won't be able to block. So I move into combat and I attack Jimmy with my Titan and Emissary for a total of 9 damage. I gain 3 life via my Emissary's lifelink, thanks to my Spear, and another 9 life thanks to Exquisite Blood. In my second main phase, I use my Nykthos for 8 black mana to help cast Angel of Destiny and my General, Liesa. Then, I finally pass the turn. For Jimmy's turn, he casts Suspension Field and exiles my Angel with it. As he did cast a spell, and both my Liesa and Exquisite Blood is in play, Jimmy basically gets drain life for 2. Next he casts Estrid's Invocation and makes it a copy of his Suspension Field, which he uses to exile Liesa. I put it back in the command zone, and again Jimmy gets drain life for 2. Next he casts Viscera Seer before finally passing the turn. During my upkeep, my Emissary drain lives Jimmy for 1, and I gain an extra life via my Exquisite Blood card. I then play a Scrubland and recast Liesa, losing 2 life due to her ability. Then I use Soren's ultimate ability to take control of Jimmy's next turn. Then I move into combat and attack Jimmy with my Emissary and Titan. Jimmy has both of his creatures block the hits, and then sacks them before going into damage to use his Viscera Seer's ability to scry twice. He bottoms the first card and keeps the second one on top. During my second main phase, I move my spear to Liesa and pass. As I control Jimmy's turn, I choose to not have the extra enchantment get exiled. After he draws, his hand consists of Drain to Nowhere, Mere Battlesphere, Platinum Angel, Meteor Golem, Corpse Cur, and Enigma Sphinx. So I cast his Corpse Cur, followed by Drain to Nowhere, which I used to exile the Cur. As he played 2 spells this turn, he gets Drain Life for 4, and then I have him pass the turn. During my upkeep, my Emissary Drain Lives Jimmy for 1, while I gain an extra life thanks to my Exquisite Blood card. I play an untapped Godless Shrine, taking 2 damage. Then I pay 1 life to play Expedition Map via my Citadel. Then I use Nykthos for 9 black mana, and then tap all my available black mana and 1 white to cast Drain Life, where X is 17. I lose 2 life to Liesa's trigger, but then thanks to my Exquisite Blood, Jimmy takes 17 damage while I gain 34 life. Jimmy then scoops the game here as my combat phase is incoming and I'll deal lethal damage, ending the game with a win, taking our rivalry to 1-1 over the last 2 weeks. Jimmy really is unpredictable. Everything from Platinum Angel to Infect in this deck. Never seen an Alela deck like it. The scariest part was his Thopter Foundry, as he did have the Sword of the Meek to combo with it. If he had something like, say, Ashnod's Altar, that would have been an instant infinite combo for 2 weeks in a row that would have beat me. Not much to say on my side. In any deck that runs black, you can almost never go wrong with a Bolas Citadel, which can easily be considered one of the best value engines in its color. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoy our content, consider becoming a patron. For such things as entries into our prize tournaments, bonus entries into our giveaways, as well as your nickname in our EDHCC club at the end of each video, and so much more. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget, Vintage Vigilance is coming very soon. Until next time, stay warm, stay safe, and keep on card gaming. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're a fan of EDH gameplay and you like whether it be 1v1 or multiplayer and you want to be part of the ever-growing Commander Challenge family, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and notification bell down below. We do weekly videos. Don't forget as well to like, comment, share our videos, but most importantly, enjoy them. On behalf of all of our members here, I'm your host, BT. Feel free to check out all of the videos in the channel, join our game, it's now your turn. Cheers!